I mean, it's absolute rubbish. When he made the comments, I didn't even hear. It was A. Sankuma who forwarded on the WhatsApp platform his comments to me. I was like, what? How can Nilante say that? So I forwarded it to Nilante, and I met him in the Chamber of Parliament. I said, Neil, did you say the things that they said? Oh, you know, I said, look, this is wrong. You can't say a thing like that. So clearly, I mean, it's rubbish, and the party has denounced it. The founder has denounced it, and all that. But on the whole issue of, you know, Asibit and last week's discussion and bigger fish that we discussed, like he has indicated, we now have a special prosecutor. Anybody, I have a copy of the JIDA report. I have been reading it. This morning I was reading it. I haven't finished reading it. If you go to chapter 8.
You made a ministerial report?
Yes, the JIDA report. Yes.
This is a ministerial assessment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you go to chapter 8, and it says, NYEP began without a legal framework setting out its mandate, structure, source of funds, and other relevant government indices. There was over-reliance on single-source procurement processes to contract the services of service providers. I mean, clearly, that was at the bottom of the crisis that we faced under the JIDA initiative.
But
let me finish. Let me finish.
I'm sorry.
Let me finish.
I've forgotten this.
Today, we have initiatives totaling close to 7 billion. And those initiatives are going to be managed under arrangements that are similar to how JIDA started. That informs the work that I've been doing, and my call for the fact that for every good initiative, look, all the initiatives I support. There's no initiative that the NPP has brought in the 2018 budget that I personally do not support. They are good initiatives. If they're implemented well, people will stand to benefit. But the danger, like in the case of JIDA and how it started, is that when you start them and you don't start them on a proper institutional and regulatory framework, you will create this kind of problem. You can go litigating. I mean, there can be big fishes. Trust me. There's no, I'm a lawyer and I'm telling you, there's no way of litigating to recover all the money that has been lost to the state. Even the time value of money.
Yeah.
Trust me. The opportunity cost.
Yeah.
There are many people who have died in hospitals because the money that could have gone to the hospital to service the hospital to enable the doctors to save those lives.
I agree.
Can you go and then bring them, exhume them from their bodies?
You're right. It's like the way you make cash.
Yes, like the way you make cash. Any other money. I am not here to defend anybody.
You're right.
And I'm saying that as we discuss these things because they are sensational, let's be forward-looking. Today, in the budget, about 7 billion Ghana cedis. Last week, the finance minister announced that he has released 1 billion already. And I'm asking, to who? What institutional framework? What legal framework?
But
Can you? It's not yet too late.
Existing financial regulations.
No, it's not about existing financial regulations. It is about the institutions themselves. So, for instance, Maslock. We've been running Maslock for close to 1 decade now. Both NDC and NPP. NDC and NPP. So we have committed that offense. NPP has committed the offense. So it's bipartisan. Now, there's no law establishing Maslock. There's no law establishing the procedure for the disbursement of the money at Maslock. There's no law that informs the citizen how he, as a person who doesn't know any minister, any politician, can walk to Maslock and access the resources. That's how JIDA started. And I'm saying that let's not start that way again. Why are we failing to learn from history?
Was JIDA under a ministerial banner? Any NYEP? Didn't it come under a certain ministry?
See, the problem is...
Just ask,
the problem is that when you
I was thinking the procedures must cover them.
No.
For the record, you have 4 minutes.
Your colleague is protesting that you have
done 4 minutes.
He just wants to interject because you have done more than your time.
You have done 4 minutes. You see,
we have to interrogate you.
No, I agree with we have to interrogate them. No, let's interrogate it. No, let's interrogate it. You see, I'm not supporting anybody.
Conclude.
Yes, Jida was a mess. Jida was a mess.
Conclude.
Those who think that there are bigger fishes, I encourage them. They should go fishing. But I also know that in this parliament that I belong to, we have set aside close to 7 billion Ghana cedis for initiatives that look to me like Jida. And I'm saying that as Ghanaians, let's insist on proper institutional mechanisms to be put in place before we start spending those monies.
Right. Thank you very much.